Welcome to our Everlast Tech Support channel. Today we'll be showing you how to prime your cooler and troubleshoot your no-flow alarm. With our standard units, the fan will turn on when the unit is powered on for both the machine and the cooler. If your unit has fan on demand and you do not have control over the settings, the cooler will start when the unit is powered up, or the fan will start when the machine establishes a welding arc. On the units that have an LCD screen and fan on demand feature, you'll be able to access the hidden menu by holding down the two left buttons and switching your fan control from auto to on. If you wish to use the fan control feature on your water cooler, it'll be recommended to select fan control mode 2 and water cooler auto. The fastest way to prime your cooler will be to siphon the airlock from the blue connection. I'm going to use the extra supplied fittings with the cooler to make a jumper line, and I'm going to be sure to remove the tape covering the air hole at the top of the coolant cap. Then I'm going to connect that jumper to the blue connection on the front of the cooler. I'll want to siphon through the other end of that line while the cooler is turned off. Then holding that fitting back over the tank, try powering up the cooler to see if you get flow. You may need to repeat the step more than once, or try siphoning while the cooler is powered on. After you are able to prime the pump and get coolant flowing, we're going to connect the jumper line to the blue and red connections on the front of the cooler. If your coolant level is low, you can experience the return flow pressure splashing out of the front of the tank. If you have a higher water level in the tank, you'll have to note the level of the water agitation for the main flow. Now we're going to disconnect the lines from the front of the machine. We'll let the water sit and become still before powering the cooler back on again. We're looking for a slight agitation in the tank for the overpressure flow line. If your flow alarm is still activated, we will want to measure the flow rate coming out of the torch. This can be done by disconnecting the red line from the cooler and filling a jug. 1 liter per minute is all that's needed to meet the rated duty cycle for most torches. Different flow rates will be measured between 60 and 180 liters per hour, depending on the torch size and the length of the lines. This test can help us determine if there's a torch issue or an adjustment is required on a flow sensor. A quick way to test or override the operation of the flow sensor circuit is to use a strong magnet and stick it to the bottom grill of the cooler by the flow sensor. If nothing else was able to turn off the alarm, we'll need to test the supply voltage at the cooler plug on the machine. The cooler cannot provide the correct flow rates or turn off the alarm circuit if it's not getting 240 volts to the two outside pins. Thank you for working with us today. We hope that this video has helped to resolve or determine the next steps to correct the alarm issue.